If anything unpredictable or violent happens during the ceremony, just do what you did last year. Nothing. Sit there and do absolutely nothing. Maybe even give the assailant a hug.
Hey guys, did you catch the Oscars last night? Well, whether you did or not, we've got some juicy scoop for you. So guess who was MIA at the Oscars this year? Yes, none other than the Fresh Prince himself, Will Smith. But that didn't stop Jimmy Kimmel from throwing some major shade his way, especially when it came to the infamous Oscar slap. He left no stone unturned when it came to roasting our man Will, and to be honest, it was downright hilarious. Kimmel had the entire audience in stitches with his jokes about the incident, and he even took some shots at Jada Pinkett Smith too. But hey, that's what we love about Jimmy, right? He's not afraid to go there and make us all laugh. Trust me, you're not gonna want to miss this one. But before we get into it, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel to never miss out on any new videos. I mean, come on folks, were you expecting anything less than a series of slap jokes from Jimmy Kimmel as the host of the 2023 Oscars? Well, you're in for a treat, as he did not hold back with his witty monologue that involved a plethora of humorous remarks, including one about Will Smith's shocking slap on Chris Rock during the previous Oscars. As he began his opening monologue, Kimmel made it clear that the night was meant to be special, fun, and safe for everyone in attendance, even himself. To ensure this, strict policies were put in place, and anyone who committed an act of violence during the show would receive the Best Actor Oscar and be permitted to give a 19-minute long speech. He said,
We want you to have fun, we want you to feel safe, and most importantly, we want me to feel safe. So we have strict policies in place. If anyone in this theater commits an act of violence at any point during the show, you will be awarded the Oscar for Best Actor and permitted to give a 19-minute long speech.
Kimmel then took a moment to call out those who were present during the previous year's infamous slap, jokingly saying that,
seriously, the Academy has a crisis team in place. If anything unpredictable or violent happens during the ceremony, just do what you did last year. Nothing. Sit there and do absolutely nothing. Maybe even give the assailant a hug.
Furthermore, Kimmel warned those who may get mad at a joke and decide to take action, stating that it would not be easy as some tough characters, including Pedro Pascal's Mandalorian, Michelle Yeoh's Evelyn Wing from Everything Everywhere All at Once, and Michael B. Jordan's Adonis Creed from Creed would be present to deal with them. As the awards show continued, Kimmel kept the jokes coming, even when introducing presenters for Best Documentary Feature.
Hopefully this time it goes off without a hitch, or at least without hitch.
A reference to Will Smith's 2005 rom-com. Finally, at the end of the show, Kimmel made one last joke, congratulating the crisis team for their great work before updating a sign that read, "Number of Oscars telecasts without incident to 1. Following Will Smith's outburst at the previous year's Oscars, he went on to win Best Actor for King Richard and delivered an emotional speech, but he did not address Chris Rock. He has since apologized to the comedian and resigned from being a member of the Academy of Motion Picture Arts and Sciences, while the Academy has banned him from attending events for 10 years. Chris Rock recently talked about the incident during his live Netflix special Selective Outrage, stating that,
"You know, anybody that says words hurt has never been punched in the face."
With Kimmel's series of slap jokes, it's clear that the incident is still fresh on people's minds, and humor may be the best way to move on. As expected, the host Jimmy Kimmel came out with guns blazing, and he wasn't about to let Chris Rock have the last word on the slap. He kicked off the show by parachuting in from his friend Tom Cruise's plane and immediately started roasting the celebrities in the room. Nicole Kidman was among the first to receive a witty quip from Kimmel.
And thank you for encouraging people who were already at the movie theater to go to the movie theater.
He didn't stop there either.
This is my favorite duo of the year, Steven Spielberg and Seth Rogen. What a pair. The Joe and Hunter Biden of Hollywood.
But of course, Kimmel couldn't resist a good dig at the movie industry itself, saying,
"It was a very good year for movies. Business is booming. I know people like to debate now which is better, movies or TV. But here's the thing, no matter how good a show is, there are some things movies can do that TV just can't. For example, a TV show can't lose $100 million. Is the gang from Babylon here? They know.
During this year's Oscars, host Jimmy Kimmel couldn't resist roasting some of the biggest names in Hollywood. Sure, he kicked off his monologue by taking a playful jab at Chris Rock's infamous slap incident from the previous year's ceremony, making it clear that he wasn't going to let it go unnoticed. But other stars weren't safe from his wrath either. Kimmel kept the laughs coming when he introduced a segment where he read questions submitted by viewers. He had a witty exchange with Nobel Prize winner Malala Yousafzai, who responded to a question about,
I was wondering, do you think Harry Styles spit on Chris Pine?
I only talk about peace.
The winner is Malala Land, everybody.
Actor Colin Farrell also got in on the fun when he was asked,
Colin, I loved your performance in The Banshees of Inisherin. My question is, what were you saying in the movie?
I'd like him to go on YouTube and check out SNL last night, and he'll have a good idea.
And that way he'll figure it out? All right, thank you very much.
Kimmel's playful banter and humorous jabs at celebrities made for an entertaining night at the Oscars. It just goes to show that even on Hollywood's biggest night, nobody's safe from a good roast. All in all, Kimmel's opening monologue was a hilarious start to the night and set the tone for the rest of the show. Who knows what else he had up his sleeve? One thing for sure, though, he wasn't going to let anyone forget about the slap from last year's Oscars anytime soon. I mean, how can people forget about all that happened with Chris Rock just recently roasting the husband and wife duo in his comedy special? In a recent comedy special, Chris Rock opened up about a moment that many people in the entertainment industry already know about. He talked about the time when Suge Smith smacked him, saying,
Y'all know what happened to me, getting smacked by Suge Smith. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. Yes, it happened. I got smacked like a year ago. And people like, did it hurt? It still hurts. I got summertime ringing in my ear.
Poor guy. Now, if he chose to stay quiet at that time, we have to give him some leverage for wanting to speak out now. I mean, if I was slapped on international television, I too would have liked to roast the man who did it. Rock then went on to explain how people always ask him if it hurts, and he admitted that it still does. He jokingly said that he had summertime ringing in his ears.
But I'm not a victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gayle crying. You will never see it. Never gonna happen. I took it like Pacquiao, okay?
Rock then went on to talk about Will Smith and how the title of his comedy special was inspired by
Will Smith practices selective outrage. I had nothing to do with that. I didn't have any entanglements.
Rock then went on to joke about,
First of all, I know you can't tell on camera, Will Smith is significantly bigger than me. This guy, Will Smith, does movies with his shirt off. You've never seen me do a movie with my shirt off.
The feud between Rock and Smith began in 2016 when Rock hosted the Oscars, and Pinkett Smith urged a boycott due to the lack of diversity in nominations. Rock made jokes about the boycott, and Pinkett Smith did not take kindly to them. According to Rock, this is where the feud began. He also mentioned that he tried to call Smith after the infamous Red Table Talk episode, but Smith never picked up. Despite the feud, Rock made it clear,
I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life, and now I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped.
However, he also explained that he didn't retaliate at the time of the incident.
I got parents. And you know what my parents taught me? Don't fight in front of white people.
Overall, Rock's comedy special was filled with jokes, jabs, and insights into the entertainment industry and the celebrity feuds that often come with it. All we can do now is wait and see how Will reacts to both Chris and Kimmel making him the butt of their jokes. Even if Will somehow chooses to stay quiet, I'm pretty sure Jada may have a lot to say. What do you think of the entire scenario? Comment down below and let us know. And if you like this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next one. I post updates like this every week where I uncover the secrets of your favorite celebrities.